Literal chills every time. How many times have I seen that now? Like 50 times. And literal chills in my body towards the end of that trailer. Every time. It's that good. It never gets old. Are you Ambrosia? Are you also wearing the Peachy shirt? Oh my gosh, you guys. I love that you guys are getting all of your cards and stuff. Look at your Peachy. Oh! Ambrosia, you got the Peachy Sip mask. Yes. Oh my god, we have the same shirt on. Ambrosia. Your hair is so pretty. Ah, yay. Twinsies. We're twinsies. I need the mask. I need the Peachy Chan mask. You also play the Persona 5 intro, Royal intro every time because you love it so much. I need to watch that again, especially since I know, like, most of the characters now. Because, like, when I first started it, like, I didn't know anybody, right? I need to watch it again. I need to get that mask. Oh my gosh. I need to get the Peachy Sip. I need the mask. I need the mug. I need to get... Thank you, Greninja. You can get mugs on TeePublic. I recommend getting the mugs on Designed by Humans because it puts the design on both sides, whereas TeePublic only puts it on one side. So that's why I have the two separate links. Is there a Peachy Creep mask? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, you just had it done? Nice. Oh, it looks so nice. What sayest thou, Peachy-chan? What sayest thou, Luna? We are going through the Hildibrand quest line right now. I think we're on episode 6 of Hildibrand, I believe. We finished the ARR Hildibrand quest. Ah, that's right. We're in Foundation. I am closer to my love. I am closer to my husband. Oh, Baymeric. Hey, what's up, guys? Hello. Ah, you're Futaba. Bunny Futaba. Hi, Casey. I feel cold. It's like cold in Foundation with the snow, and I've got my arms hanging out. You're here too, Carnassus, by the quest giver? Alright, perfect. Who is the quest giver? Where do we go for the next Hildibrand quest? I don't even know. I do, I need a sweater. But I like this dancer outfit. Oops, wait. Let's see. What's warm? That's kind of warm. That's not warm. That's warmer, but that's my white mage outfit. That's warm. But it's not Christmas. Oh, that's warm, but again, it's white mage. I'm playing a dancer right now. Ooh, what about that one? That one's nice. That's nice too. Yeah, there we go. This is warmer and cute. I forgot about this one. Yay. Yay. Oh, I feel much warmer now. Yay. James, thank you for gifting a sub to Willow. That's so kind of you. Thank you. Enjoy your emotes, Willow. Hey, Sean. Happy Friday. Ooh, look at your cozy sweater. You do the same thing, Eternal, with the 3 emblems, or 3 houses intro. I can't wait to play that. Okay, bye! Atomic. Okay, let's see. Pillars, okay. So we have to go to the... pillars. Is that... if we go here? Ooh, I'm so warm now. Do I still have my hat on? I still have my Songstress hat on. Is that here? No. The pillars is up here. Pillars is last vigil. It's nice and warm in there, wild card. I assume there is. I need a tortilla. I would love a tortilla. Oh, over there? You guys went over here. Zeeps. What over here? 3 houses owns your soul. Yeah, it tears it to pieces. I know. That's Kingdom Hearts. Like, it rips my heart out and tears me to pieces, but it owns me. It's a glorious pain. It's a glorious pain. Wait, what was this? Jeweled. Oops! Ah, that's not what I wanted. Jeweled Crozier. Ooh, yes! Enjoy Stormblood, Casey. It protects you from everything. It's like a blanket at night. Like when you're sleeping, even if it's like crazy hot outside. Even when it's crazy hot outside. Oh wait, hold on. Let me fix my little hat. You have to, when you sleep, you have to have like a sheet over you, right? I still have the hat. How do I get... Wait. Oh, I can just hide the hat. What if I don't want to hide the hat? What if I just want no hat? There we go. Do that, and then do this. Aha! There we go. There we go. Okay. But you still have to have a sheet over you because it protects you from monsters, right? Everyone should have their own personal backpack. Wild card. Hi. Look at your light, your sword lighting the way. Nashu! Hi, Nashu! A gentleman falls rather than flies. As you catch sight of Nashu, you cannot help but wonder if you are about to have a bad time. It is never a bad time with Nashu. Well, I'll be Luna Moon in the flesh. A pleasure to see you again. Wait, is this what they call serendipity? It is, isn't it? That settles it. You've got to help me find the inspector. Core, I was hoping you would silently agree. So I've been trying to calculate the trajectory the inspector took when he was catapulted into the sky again. I've triple-checked my figures and concluded he must have landed somewhere here in Ishgard. Oh, that's right. He got noomed into the sky by a magic sword. Unfortunately, the investigation hasn't been proceeding as smoothly as I had hoped. But now that you're here, we're sure to make some progress. Come, let's speak with the merchants and see if anyone hasn't had dealings with a gentlemanly Highlander. Hi, Happy! Happy Friday! So dark in Ishgard. Whoops, 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 whoops. A gentlemanly Highlander, you say? My apologies, but I cannot say I have had dealings with a man as you describe. He must be around here somewhere. Look at the little old lady. Oh my gosh, I love her. Good morrow to you, madam. Oh, you are looking for someone? A gentlemanly Highlander. I know not of this man of whom you speak, but mayhaps Mistress Alaise does. She is well acquainted with rather a lot of merchants and noblemen. I've sold my fair share of goods to Highlander adventurers, aye, but I'd not describe such clients as particularly gentlemanly, I'm afraid. You had a stressful day, Happy? I am sending you so much love. So much love, Happy. I hope your day gets better. Hope you can just relax now. Ooh, you have a visitor coming over, Arya? Ooh, have fun. As ever, a warm welcome to you, miss. How may I be of service? She's got the right idea standing by that little heater. A gentlemanly Highlander, you say? Now that I think of it, I have heard tell of a foreigner who may be the man whom you seek. Begging your pardon, miss, but did you say you know Inspector Hildibrand? An acquaintance of yours, I presume. I love her outfit. I do not know his name, only that he is here by invitation of Lord Edmund, or so it is rumored. Surely, as a ward of House Fortemps, it would be a trifling matter to go and ask after him at the manor. I got the flower in my hair. It's so pretty. Core, I knew it was serendipity. To Fortemps Manor. Manor Fortemps. Aw, I miss Ishgard. It's so cool to be back here. Good. I'm glad you're feeling better, happy. If we can bring you a little bit of happiness, then we're doing our job. That's what we're here for. Make your day a little bit brighter. Hi, Gears! Because you guys certainly make my day brighter every single day. There are mornings where I do not feel like streaming. I'm just like, I just want to go back to bed, you know? I'm just tired. But as soon as I start streaming, you guys always make me feel better. Well met, Mistress Moon. Do you require assistance? But then you start streaming and you still want to go to bed. I mean, I'll go to bed right now. But you guys make me want to go to bed less. Yeah. Aye, it is as you say. At this time, Lord Edmund is entertaining a foreign guest. Oh boy. Huzzah! We found the inspector! If I'm not mistaken, their meeting should be ending shortly. If you like, you may retire to the gazebo and wait for our guest to depart. A gazebo? Aren't those dangerous? Then again, you seem a responsible sort. Not like to let a wild gazebo run amok. Very well, we humbly accept your offer. What does she think a gazebo is? No, I don't watch the live letters. I heard that 5.4 is coming out at the beginning of December. Oh, I'm gonna pelt Happy Peaches at you, Gears. Happy Peaches to you. Oh, does she think it's a gazelle? Oh my god, not you. No, I didn't see a tweet or anything. That's true. That's true. We do have hell houses that exist in this multiverse, so if you can get attacked by a house, you can get attacked by a gazebo. That's fair. Hey, Tito. Eric and the Dread Gazebo. Do I want to Google that?
Happy Friday, Peaches.
Aw, Lauren, thank you so much. Thank you. Tier 3. Oh my gosh. One more month and you're going to be a Crystal Peach as well. Lauren, thank you so much. Seriously. For the extreme generosity. Thank you so much. Happy Friday. Oh, it's a D&D story. Okay. Oh, that thing you DM'd me this morning, Gears? I saw that, but I thought I didn't have time to look into it, so I just glanced at it and I thought it was like... Oh, I don't know why I thought that was like a fan thing. Oh, that's official. Ah, I wrongly assumed what this was when I saw it. Why would they spoil that? Do you have any idea how I would have freaked out? Do you have any idea how I would have freaked out? It's been like my hope that Amaric was going to show back up in the story at any moment and I was going to scream. Now I'll just be like, expecting it. Why would you do this? I know! I would have screamed! No, it's too late. It's too late. It's too little too late now. Sorry, they ruined it. They ruined it. There you go. Square Enix showing way too much in their trailers. That was a big burb. Don't get the Amaric hype. That's okay. It's okay if you're not into tall, dark Elizin. I know! It's been so long, Happy! It's been so long! Amaric's your buddy? Amaric is my husband, though. It is very, very difficult for Peachy to get the title of husbando. I have 2 husbandos in all of the fandom, the media, the anime, the all of that. I have 2, and Amaric is one of them. It's not easy to get that title. It is Amaric and Link from Breath of the Wild are my 2 husbandos. Oh, that's okay, Greninja. That's okay. Get the money, get something else that you need or enjoy, you know, and if you really want to play it again someday, you can just grab it from, you can just buy it again. It is a very prestigious title. Graha is boyfriend. I didn't say there wasn't other, there's boyfriend, there's bae, there's all kinds. He is Crystal boyfriend. So, yes, thank you. Eternal knows. Eternal. He has not been upgraded to husband yet. No. Thancred is bae. There are categories. Thancred is bae, Graha is boyfriend, Amaric is husbando. Yeah, right. He's a real boy now, James, right? Daddy Thancred. This Crystal boyfriend seems like a very niche position. It is. It is. You guys are the ones that started calling him Crystal boyfriend. I just adapted. I adopted it, rather. Ignis snuck into husbando title. Yep. I can see that for sure. The DLC. Oh my god. Ignis's DLC. Out of this world. Psycho Jester, thank you for the stretch. Urianger is just like in the bro category to me. He's a bro, he's a friend. I love Urianger. He's not in any of the bae, boyfriend, or husbando categories. But that isn't to say that if he were to proposition me, I wouldn't accept. What? Just saying. There's a lot of different categories. Oh dear. This is a thirsty, thirsty game. They feed us well in Final Fantasy XIV. Hi, Kyoka! They are important distinctions, Happy. These are all very specific and important distinctions. We eat well in Final Fantasy XIV. Hi, Edelweiss! Oh man, that's a quote, that clip. I don't know what number, but it's a quote. If it wakes up, I'll have you there to protect me. Oh my god. Square Enix knows how to supply the thirst. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Oh, it was so good. They're so aware. They're so aware of the fans. It was glorious. So aware of the... They're like, we know our characters are hot. We know. We know. We know you ship them. We know. It was so subtle. It's like, if you're looking for it, it was everywhere. Oh, it was so good. There it is! Julie knows! Oh no, Paladin win. Paladin win got the Urianger one. I would take... Those kids would take you down like a pack of velociraptors. Oh my god. That must be Inspector Hildibrand! Nice gazebo. James. I cannot well imagine how arduous your journey must have been. Truth be told, I found the brisk Coerthan air to be rather invigorating. It stimulates my body and mind, both. A welcome benefit when one must discuss matters of commerce. I dare say we would not have accomplished so much otherwise. There you are, Inspector! I've been looking all over for you. I say, who do I see before me? Not one, but two of my beloved son's faithful companions. Lord Godbert, but I thought... You have clothes on. Hildy, in Ishgard. And this is the first I've heard of it. Aha, I found you at last, heretic! That's gotta be Hildy. Oh no, okay. Oh no. Yes, you, the hulking brute with a mad gleam in his eye. Your brazen heresy is plain for all to see. Surrender yourself to the Inquisition at once. I beg your pardon. This man is an olden merchant, here at the behest of House Fortemps. Such baseless accusations will not be tolerated. A guest of House Fortemps? Then he couldn't possibly... Though there were those two wards that... But they were acquitted of all charges in a trial by combat. As if he demands the right to... Then I would personally have to... Oh dear. He's still not wearing any pants under there. Seer. 1,000 apologies, good sir. I spoke out of turn. I am Seer, and as you may have guessed, I am an inquisitor who has been charged with investigating reports of a rather suspicious, possibly heretical nature. Individual! Ah! Oh! A heretic, you say? One who bears a passing resemblance to me? Aye, a man rather muscular, wearing dark garments and acquitting himself in a somewhat gentlemanly fashion, as some might say. This heretic sounds like the spitting image of Inspector Hildibrand. Could he be a fan? Say again? You are acquainted with such a man? I see. And the man you are looking for is Lord Godbert's son. It would seem that our investigations may have connected. So, I put to you a proposal. The first reported sighting of the heretic I am tracking came from Falcon's Nest. Mayhaps we should journey there together. It is, after all, possible that we are seeking the selfsame individual. If so, and if he is innocent, it would be for the best if you were present when I apprehend him, that we might resolve this matter without incident. I say we go with him, Luna. This looks to be our best lead yet. Then I shall accompany you all. It has been far too long since I laid eyes on my beloved son, and if there is a chance we might be reunited, I should be glad to seize it. Then it's settled. We shall leave for Falcon's Nest at once. Hi, Lunatheria! Happy Friday! We did in fact locate a Manderville man. Truth. My feet are freezing. I have to go get my slippers. And we'll be right back. Go. Go. Okay, give me 1 sec. I'm gonna get a blanket too. It's surprisingly cold. Ah! No, I need real slippers. Maybe it's worse because we're in Ishgard and I'm looking at snow and cold and a cold environment's making me even colder. There we go. There we go. Now I'm cozier. Okay. Luna's nice and cozy. I love her dress so much. He's got no pants on. What happened to your robe, mister? Mistress Moon, are these your traveling companions? The mysterious muscular vagabond. Ah yes, a patrol sighted him lurking near the dusk vigil. Thinking he might be a lost traveler, they called out to him, but rather than approach, he fled. Quite frankly, I'm surprised you bothered to come all this way. That sighting barely warranted a mention in my report. Aha! The unmistakable scent of heresy. Ah, terribly sorry. Old habit I picked up from my mentor. I know. I will not rush to judgment as before. Still, much as I hope you find your missing inspector, I must confess some small desire that we instead unearth a lingering pocket of heresy. Of late there have been virtually no confirmed instances of heretical misdeeds. It's gotten so bad that some are speculating our funding may be reduced, or worse, that the Inquisition's operations might come under review. That is why, alone as my witness, I will find and bring a heretic to justice and prove that our order is still has value in these uncertain times. If you can't find any heretics, and there are none, and you've wiped them out, doesn't that mean you are doing your job? But I get what he's saying. Yes, I understand you have your reasons, but whether or not this vagabond was a heretic remains to be seen. Still, if you're set upon your course, you might begin your search near the dusk vigil. An excellent suggestion, Sir Redwald. Should we succeed in our endeavor, rest assured that you will share the glory. The hunt continues. Onward to the dusk vigil. I am told that region is especially cold, so do not forget to dress appropriately for the weather. Godfrey nods his head. He's like, oh, I'm fine. I got my boots. I got my jacket. I'm fine. You can never cover those legs, though. Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh. This is like way the hell out here. Oh, he should be proud of his legs. Have you seen them? He should be proud. I just don't want him to freeze. It's dangerous. He could get sick. The Manderville man doesn't get sick. I mean, if you had those legs, wouldn't you be proud of them? Wild chocobo. Aw, really? Yummy salad, Eternal. Not to spoil what we're having for dinner on Mr. P's channel tonight, but for Fast Friday, we're having the best fast food ever. Sushi. I'm gonna order some sushi tonight. It's been a while. Our the place we go to get sushi, the sushi chef has been on vacation for a couple weeks, so it's been a while. We're excited. We're like, oh, he's back, isn't he? Like, yeah. Oh, we're getting sushi. I want tacos. It's been a while since we've had tacos. We had... Oh! Sorry. We had enchiladas recently, but we haven't had tacos. Tacos are amazing. Ah, Lorne, yes. Happy Thanksgiving weekend to Canadian, all the Canadian peaches. Look at that slime. Just bleh. Just a blob. Did you, Poppy? What do you get, specifically? I always get a spider roll. Sometimes we usually get tuna as well. Just pokey, just a thing of tuna. There's like some sauce and some onions and stuff in there. I love the spider roll. I just love crab. I love crab so much. I'm not gonna lie, a bacon cheeseburger and fries sounds amazing. 11 months, Lorne. Wow. Wow. Ah! Oh, it could manic. A fasting Friday, that would be. Fury, take me. It's freezing. Ugh, this is a waste of time. No living thing could survive in this godforsaken wasteland. I love that Godford has less clothes on the colder we get. Hey, what's up, Nighthawk? I'm doing well. How about yourself? You guys are making me hungry. Oh my god. Avocado cucumber rolls, shiitake mushroom roll, agedashi tofu, shrimp tempura rolls, and gyoza? Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so hungry. A steak burger. A steak burger. Over there, look. Someone's coming from the vigil. Inspector! Inspector, is that you? He's got the sword. It's gotta be him. There you go. Oh, it's the zombie. As I live and breathe, of all the places to be reunited with Master Zombiebrand's compatriots. How fare you all this fine afternoon? Just go look up DPS classes. Nighthawk. Literally just Google DPS classes in Final Fantasy XIV. If you're having trouble finding one, there will be breakdowns. There's actually a really good series. I think it's called on YouTube. I think it's called Basically, and then the class. So like basically Marauder, basically White Mage, basically Black Mage. It's a whole series, and it's really good at like summarizing like the play style of all of the classes. Larry Zor, is he the one who does the series? It's really good, and it's like it uses humor and stuff. It's a really, really good series for if you, for that exact thing. If you're looking for a class to play, it summarizes all of the classes really well. Yeah, they're really, really well made. So I would suggest that to you if you're looking for a class. Hark! A heretic raised from the dead by his brother's unholy magics. He's not a heretic. He's one of the gentle dead men. Gentle dead men? What brings you so far from Ul'dah, good sir? Well, as you know, ours is a rather lonely existence. So when we heard rumors of an abandoned fortress held by zombies, we were delighted. Can you hear the delight in my voice? I was chosen to serve as emissary and sent out immediately. Alas, it seems my efforts were for naught. Ah, truly, every last one dead. That is to say, irrevocably dead. If it was necessary, then so be it. Still, after coming all this way, it is more than a little disappointing, you understand. Then my calculations were wrong? The inspector didn't land in Coerthas? She looks so sad. Now, do not fret so. If it is our overlord you seek, then you are in luck. As the founder of the Gentle Dead Men, our fates and our ether are inextricably entwined. In fact, I can feel it calling to me now. Truly, good sir, you can guide us to Inspector Hildibrand? As surely as my rotting nose can lead me to fresh brains. Follow me, my friends. These are the most intelligent, gentlemanly zombies ever. Hey, Delore. Such jubilation. Hi, Rezark. Good to see you. One must remain vigilant for heresy, for it can manifest in a myriad ways. 'Tis a vile, insidious sickness which must needs burned out ere the infection takes hold. Surely zombification would qualify, yes? Confound it, they left us behind. Boop, boop, boo-doo. Don't call it a comeback. Seer's look of utter confusion is one you know all too well. Who do they think they are, commandeering this investigation, and employing a zombie as a bloodhound? It beggars belief. We must regain control of the situation. With me, Luna. Ooh, look at the little Marlboro. I'm scared of Marlboros. Hi, Tara. Hello, happy Friday. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing the same. Having a good day, playing some games. Oh, Rezark says those basically videos are a little outdated. Okay. But it'll still tell you the basics. Like, if you're just looking for, like, what's a good DPS class, you know, like, or which ones are DPS classes, and it'll give you the basics. But yeah, but thank you. Can we climb over this? There is an updated video for 2020 for all classes. Perfect. Perfect. Good on him for making that happen. It's a lot of work. Hey, Apophis, good morning. Marlboros are terrifying. Just the status. Oh, shoot. I don't have flying unlocked here. Hold a moment, my friends. I must needs concentrate. Master Zombiebrand is indeed nearby, but there is also something else. Mayhap a powerful magic, confounding my senses. I can guide you no further. We must needs split up and search the area. Now see here, these wastes are infested with wild beasts, and you would have us split up? Luna can handle herself, true, and you've clearly no reason to fear death. But what of Mistress Nashu? I take your meaning, my good zombie. Luna, pray see to the lady's protection. Inquisitor Seer, would you care to take the lead? Godbert's like, I'll protect you. Come on, you two. The inspector is out there. Somewhere. If he can sniff out fresh brains, how can he find Hildibrand? Ah, ha, ha. Well, he said their ether was, like, connected. So he's not really sniffing his brains, he's sniffing his ether. If it was, he could only sniff out fresh brains, then we'd be screwed. We'd never find him. Did they announce how much Pikmin 3 is going to cost on the Switch? Is it going to be $60? Or because it's an older game, is it going to be less? I wish they just did the trilogy. Like, they should have just did, like, Pikmin 1, 2, and 3. $60? Okay.
Look, Luna, that's gotta be the inspector. And he's surrounded by giant fluffy man-shaped gazebos.
Nay, my lady, they are not mere gazebos. Note their regal bearing. They are gentlemen gazebos. Fearsome yet fastidious foes who would surely tear me rotting limb from rotting limb. You're gonna eat his feet. Only Luna can save Master Zombie Brand now. Okay. Hey, Vendetta! Welcome! Happy Friday! Didn't I get a... Oh yeah, I got this one. That's brand new. Should I have both standard step and technical step up when I can? That's only 15 seconds. Oh no, that's... Okay. I think that's the first time I ever even used that. Right, right. So if you're doing like a boss and you need to save it for something, save the technical. And you can have them both. Exactly, save it for burst phases.
Inspector, Inspector, can you hear me? We've been looking all over for you.
This dude's frozen.
Oh, but this just won't do. We've got to get you out of there before you catch cold. Up and Adam, everyone is waiting for you.
Use fire, melt the snow. Oh, forgive me. If I pull any harder, my arms are likely to tear. Oh, Godford will get him out. Ah, there you are. We heard shouting. Have you perchance found something? Fury take me, is that my heretic? Confound it, I wanted him alive.
Inspector Hildibrand is definitely not a heretic, and he probably not dead either. He's just hibernating like last time.
Hildy ever was a late riser. Fear not, my wife and I had our ways of waking him. Hildibrand! Oh, okay. Wake up this instant. He used his full name. You don't want your parents to use your full name, then you're in trouble. Your dad's got you, it's fine. Is it fine? This is fine. This is fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Hi, Mama Dragon Tears. You came at the perfect time. Oh, it's not fine. Oh, no. You made it worse. Was it the Manderville Meteor Strike or the Manderville Meteor Drive? Maybe Julianne was right. Trying to name everything only leads to needless confusion. One more time, then. Out you go.
The Vivi doll.
I hope it's a doll.
Splendidly suplexed to Lord Godbert.
Oh my god. Where am I? The snowy wastelands of Coerthus? And who are these people I see before me? Ah, but of course. Who else would venture into inhospitable climes and wake me from slumber, sweet but my beloved fans? Why do I feel as though I've stepped through a portal into an alternate reality unbound by the laws of logic? Moon is just like, this is normal. Huh? What is that? A mammoth? Where did it come from?
There was a Vivi doll in the snow.
Oh, that? When my father drove me into the earth, I found it buried beneath the snow.
A little Lalafellan girl! How adorable!
Noshu, please. Note the firm, muscular legs, not unlike my own. 'Tis clearly a Lalafellan boy.
Now that you mention it, I suppose his features are rather masculine.
You two cannot possibly be serious. I am the very soul of seriousness, good sir, especially in matters of deduction. This is undoubtedly a young boy who, much like myself, fell into a deep slumber upon being buried beneath the snow. Now then, let us gently wake him and ascertain his identity. Oh my god! Godbert, please!
Gently!
That ought to do it.
Well, what is this place? Who am I?
Oh no. Hildibrand, please.
Oh, giveaway! Hi, BBC. Thank you, Apophis.
All right, let's do a game giveaway. Perfect. Ooh, wow, I love that horse or whatever that is. That is pretty. My beautiful, happy, shiny peaches. We have a game giveaway. We have a vault full of a bunch of Steam games that have been donated by the community. And ooh, pretty. If you are following the channel, you can enter to win a game of your choice from that list. All you gotta do is type !waffle and up to 100 of your peaches. And then the bot will automatically pick a winner in 3 minutes. So keep an eye out for your name. Thank you. I don't want to ask questions because I'm afraid of the answers. Oh, man. That's a mood. Okay. Speak with Hildibrand. Remixed Beats, what's going on? Welcome. It would seem that although father's ungentle ministrations served to restore this young boy to life, they also robbed him of his memory.
How did I get here? Who am I? Why can I not remember?
Do not worry, young man. Everything will be all right. Take it from me. I have lost my memory more times than I can even remember.
Ha. Then can you help me to remember?
Hearken to me now, for I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, do hereby swear to solve the mystery of the amnesic Hobbledehoy. Hobbledehoy?
Nashi! Wonderful, wonderful. I'll get started on a batch of Nashu's Delights.
I want Nashu's Delights. I don't know what Nashu's Delights are, but I want some. Ah, effective as your her explosives. Okay, I don't want Nashu's Delights. Effective as your explosives were in the past, I suspect that young Gigi lacks the hearty constitution required to serve such an approach.
Gigi, is that my name?
When you woke, you were muttering Gigi. I suspect the phrase may hold some significance for you. So until such time as we learn your real name, I say why not adopt it as a playful moniker? But that just sounds all... That's just a sound all mammoths make. What kind of imbecile goes and names a mammoth Gigi anyway? It's like naming a cat Meow.
Gigi, I like this name. Thank you, kind sir. But how will this new name help me to remember who I am?
Patience, Gigi. This is only the beginning. Next, we will return to the city and see if we cannot find any who know who you are. Come along. Now that I know our overlord is safe and sound, I too must take my leave of you and return to my brothers. I dare say rigor mortis will set in if I remain here any longer. Bound for Thanalan? Then allow me to accompany you. Julian will give me no end of trouble if I keep her waiting much longer, though perhaps she will forgive me once I tell her of Hildy's return. Yeah, just tell her we're helping to find Hildy. This is rather a lot to digest, though you have the look of one accustomed to such happenings. In any case, regardless of Mistress Nashu's protestations, the inspector will not be granted access to the capital until we can confirm that he is not a heretic. You have my word that he will be treated fairly. Okay.
Setos, congratulations on winning the giveaway.
Random bit of trivia about this quest. When it first released, people thought it meant Puppet Master was being added. Oh, as like a class? Nice. Do. Back to Foundation. It sounds like a job for Mufasa. Remember who you are, Simba. Fury take me, that man. Ah, Luna. I suppose you have heard the news, then, that Inspector Hildibrand was cleared of all suspicion and judged to be no more than an eccentric curiosity. If you're looking for him, good luck. I wanted to thank him for his cooperation, but as soon as the Temple Knights released him, he and his assistant ran off to God's knows where with that mammoth in tow. As for my investigation, in spite of all the twists and turns, I managed to salvage a satisfactory result. And as far as the Inquisition is concerned, the suspicious vagabond was not more than a zombie which wandered away from the Dusk Vigil, sickness which has since been purged. So it would seem that all is right with the world once more. For now, I have no doubt that the inspector will turn up again like a bad gill, and when he does, trouble is sure to follow. Oh, he will. Oh, he will.
Hey, Talus!
Wait, do we have a title screen now? Wait, was that it? See you, Inspector. Wait, was that it? Or do we have a title screen? Top 10 anime openings for sure. Oh, is this an opening? Hold up. Hold up. Oh, that was the episode? Oh my god, Casey, yes! With the puppies! Playing football! That is such a good combination of emotes. Oh my god, tell us! I just saw your picture of getting the postcards. You're totally Peachy Chan. He's doing the Peachy lurk. Okay, so that was episode 1. So these ones are more like the storyline is over a couple episodes. Okay, that was really short. Holy cow. They didn't want to do another Hildibrand for 3.x. They wanted the player to enjoy the Harry Potter stuff, but the fans wanted Hildy. So this is like, they didn't want to do any more Hildibrand, but the fans demanded it. That's great. I love it. I love the Talus. Oh my gosh, I just saw it. I went in there to look at Arya's picture. Or Ambrosia. Wait, who was it? Oh my god, my brain's dying. Yeah. And I was like, oh my god, I totally missed that. Yeah, there's 3 expansions. I think Nighthawk, if you buy, you have to buy 2 things, because you get Heaven's Ward, which is the first expansion, for free. Like, you can play for free up through the first expansion. And then once you get there, if you want to go further, you have to buy the base game, you have to buy the expansions, which you buy Shadowbringers, you get everything else. So you have to buy 2 things, and then there's a sub fee. You do get a month free, but then there's a sub fee to play it as well. You get Amaric for free now, that's right. That's right. Oh, there's a complete version of the game now? Okay, so you can just buy the complete version. That's good. The GG situation. Seer must once more enter into a world he does not quite understand. I pray the sea finds you well, Luna, or at least better than it finds me. It seems I have no choice but to seek out that inspector and convince him to surrender up his mammoth to me. 'Twas unearthed under most suspicious circumstances, after all, and who can say what secrets or heresy it might hold? Therefore, the Inquisition would conduct a thorough inspection, and, if needs must, destroy it. Given his affinity for the contraption, I fear the inspector may not be amenable to my request. Nevertheless, he must be made to see that it is in the interest of public safety. Would you be willing to help me persuade him? Fury be praised. At least you have seen reason. Let us pray he will as well. I am given to understand that while the inspector and his assistant have been wandering all over the city with the mammoth in tow, they often frequent the gazebo near Fortop Manor. With any luck, they will be there now. To the gazebo! Careful, it's dangerous. Hi, Cecil! Oh, thank you so much for popping in to say hi. I appreciate it. It was good to see you. Have a wonderful day. If I happen to not see you tomorrow, have a wonderful weekend, too. I don't think I've done that quest. The quote-unquote Harry Potter quest. That's true, I can never be. Amaric is nearby. I can't see him, but Amaric's nearby, so I will never be truly cold. True. Hey, Bukhara! No, I feel, it's compared to that songstress outfit, I feel very warm in this outfit. Pew, 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 pew. Whee. Hydrate and stretch. Thank you, Bukhara. Oh, the Ishgard skybox. Look how pretty. The skyboxes in this game are super pretty. The stars, they sparkle. They sparkle. Oh, helping your daughter move. Oh. I hope it's under happy circumstances, or I hope that it's putting her in a happier situation. Hi, Wolf!
What's up?
Are you close to getting Aurora and Guild Wars 2 gears? Nice. Nice. I gotta go back and finish Aurora. I have a lot of progress on it. Oh! Excuse me, sorry. Verily shall we scour all creation from the deepest pit of 7 hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens for the answers we seek. Every day shall be filled with grand adventures, the stuff of fairy tales and legends.
Huzzah! A grand adventure in the deepest pit of 7 hells!
Just so. Such is the creed of Hildibrand, Agent of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. Pose! Oh my god, he taught the Gigi doll how to do the Manderville pose. Well posed, Gigi, well posed. I dare say you have the potential to be an exemplary inspector someday. Right, that's enough of that. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Supreme Sacred Tribunal of Halconic Inquisitory Doctrine, I hereby command you to surrender that mammoth of suspected heretical origin to my custody. This guy's just really, really trying to find some heretics. Gigi. Gigi doll. Why, hello there, Luna. And Inquisitor Seer, ever the jester, accusing poor Gigi of being a clockwork heretic, when it's plain to see that he is merely a precocious young lad.
Oh, there you go again, confusing the poor girl. As if those big, beautiful, boxy eyes aren't the soul of femininity.
Ashu, please, were you not witness to the magnificent display of Mandervillian masculinity mere moments ago?
That's 'cause you haven't taught her any better. She needs a proper role model to show her what's what.
Yes. So they're trying to figure out if the Mammon is a guy or a girl. Mistress Moon, Inspector Seer, what's all this commotion? We can hear you from the courtyard. Oh, Lord Edmund, my sincerest apologies for the disturbance. I am come to seize this Mammon on behalf of the Inquisition, a fact which I clearly explained to the Inspector before you arrived. At which point, they set to bickering about the contraption's gender. What say you, my lord? Do you think Gigi a boy or a girl? Why don't you ask it? 'Tis clearly a strapping young lad, no? Fury take me, not you two. Has the whole world gone mad? Fine, fine. But even supposing that Gigi is a real boy, you cannot deny that the circumstances of his discovery and miraculous resuscitation were most unusual. He cannot be suffered to roam the city with impunity until the Inquisition has determined he is not a threat. I beg your pardon. Miraculous resuscitation. I see. Then until such times as Gigi recovers his memory, mayhap it would be best if you adopted him as a ward of House Manderville. I will even stand as a witness here and now if you wish.
I love Nashu's always falling asleep.
Adopt? Then that would make me Gigi's father? Doubtless, the Inquisition would think better of taking any action which might threaten the cordial relationship between our two houses. Yes, of course. I'll do it. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, do hereby grant this child the patronage of House Manderville.
Papa Hildy! Papa Hildy! The inspector's finally become a father! It's so beautiful!
Quite. Now, if you need no longer fear the Inquisition, you are free to show Gigi more of our fair city. Indeed, I strongly encourage you to do so. Mayhap by the grace of the Fury, something will jog his memory. Thank you, Lord Edmund. I shall not forget this kindness. Come, my faithful assistant, my beloved son, we must away. Oh, Helone, I would not presume to question your grand design, but confound it all. Well, mayhap I cannot detain the mammoth, but I am still held within my rights to observe the blasted thing. Edmund busted, hey skeleton. Doot 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 doot. Lord Godbert will be pleased to hear that his son is as hale and healthy as ever. Not that I would have ever presumed to meddle on another father's behalf. And certainly not without consent. I gotta remember to breathe while I'm reading this stuff. Okay. Oh my gosh, excuse me. This isn't right, is it? I gotta go down. Can I jump down? I can. Aha! Come now, Gigi. Surely gazing upon this wondrous work of Ishgardian architecture stirs something within your soul. The grand manor of House Durin. Durin Maltumpsart? Pray do not fill the boy, the mammoth's head, with such nonsense. That is the supreme sacred tribunal of Halconic Inquia. I should know, I work there. Furthermore, I am quite certain that there is no House Durimultumpsart, and that it is rather a ludicrous portmanteau of the four high houses, including that esteemed house which but recently stood as witness to your adoption.
Well, Gigi, do you remember anything?
No, nothing.
I say, rather than parading him before the grandiose, why not give him a taste of something more prosaic? Let us make our way to the holy stables, that he might bask in the singular sights, sounds, and smells of Ishgard's famous chocobos. I'm sorry, I'm making you yawn. Oh, no, I'm good, Eternal. Thank you. It's the voices. Doing all the voices is... like I said, I just have to remember to breathe. Plus it makes my mouth dry. I did not have lunch yet. Do, do, do.
Thank you, Bukhara. Have a good day. Thanks for popping in.
Do, do. I probably should. Oof. Did you order pizza? Oh, I want pizza. I want pizza. Let's get to the end of this like part of the quest. Splendid specimens of horsebird flesh, would you not agree? In the hands of a skilled jockey, any one of them could take first place at the saucer. These chocobos are the pride of the Ishgardian cavalry, and any temple knight who dared exploit them for personal gain would answer to the Fury herself.
How about now, Gigi? Do you remember anything about Ishgard? Be sure to sniff the chocobos. It might help.
Sniff the chocobos. Hey, AK, how you been? What's up?
Bye, Casey. Take care.
Do you? Oh, you have a credit for free Dominoes? Oh my god. I want Dominoes so bad. I really like them. And we like, but like, we're eating healthy now and we're not having pizza. And I totally want pizza. Did you order pizza? What's in the pizza? We're having sushi tonight. Oh, sushi. Hey, Super Dave. I am forgetting the eat well, breathe well, be well. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I should have Mr. P. We should have pizza again. Mr. P made homemade pizza. Oh my god. He made this homemade pizza about a month ago, and it was the best pizza either of us have ever had. Oh. Yes. Good idea.
It didn't.
You know, just because you found him in a Coerthan snowbank, it doesn't mean he hails from Ishgard. Which is why we ought to try taking him to the markets and exposing him to all manner of goods from across Eorzea. Excellent suggestion, Inquisitor. Wait, am I now complicit in this farce? Fury, forgive me. They just left him. Spoiled sprat. But I want one. I want one. Buy me a chocobo, please, father. Ooh.
Father, that strange-looking thing is staring at us. Gigi, it's Gigi! Am I that strange-looking?
He's like a Geno doll. Be well, eat pizza.
I don't think that's how it goes.
Where's Aymeric? That's my only question. Why does Aymeric not let us? That guard doesn't let us in Aymeric's office, and I'm very upset about it. No, not you. Hey, margarita pizza's good. Like what you like. Yeah, he's in 5.4 waiting for us, yeah. I'm so sad that they spoiled that.
Why bother? It's no use.
Now, Gigi, you must not give in to despair so easily. Did I not promise you days filled with grand adventures and the eventual discovery of your mislaid memories? Spirits, Gigi, spirits! Oh, no. My word, a vase flung to the ground with reckless abandon. Could this be the opening salvo of an indiscriminate campaign of vandalism? One waged by your wild gesticulations, perhaps. At least look before you strike a pose. The gods only know how much that vase cost. 123,504,000 gil at the last assessment, and you just, like, had it out front there? Like... Hey, Francois! Hey, at least you tried it, Wildcard. The cauliflower crust? It wasn't cauliflower crust. I don't know if we've ever tried that. I forget. Excuse me, I'm Aymeric's wife? Right? That guard doesn't let Aymeric's wife into his office? Excuse me? 'Twas over 700 years old and graced the homes of a dozen archbishops, 8 counts, and 2 lord commanders, and 1 duke. I still say it's your fault for, like, putting it right out there in the front and not in the back in a glass case. 100 million gil? Oh, Helone, why have you forsaken me? You're not the one who broke it.
Well, would you look at that?
Whoa! GG with the mending magic. GG. If Amaric is in 5.4 and Graha is also with you, what will you do? Amaric's just going to have to be okay with the threesome. It's a miracle. Nay, the divine intervention of the Fury herself.
Did I do that?
Gigi, my boy, that was marvelous. You're a born artisan, just like father.
Papa Hildy's papa?
Grandpapa Hildy.
Your grandparent Godbert, the man who woke you with a few gentle taps to the noggin. You wouldn't believe what else he can do with that hammer of his. Why, some folks say he wields the very powers of life and death. Once he and the missus comes back from their tour of the Western Highlands, I'm sure they'd love to see that trick of yours.
Do not demean this mammoth's power as a mere parlor trick. We just witnessed a miracle, and I demand that you all acknowledge it.
This mammoth?
Sir, I say sir, 100 million gil for the mammoth. Nay, 100 million gil and the Duke's priceless vase. My word, is this what passes for trade in Ishgard? Gigi is my flesh and blood. I will not sell him at any price. My flesh and blood.
Jeez.
Hey, what's up, Fonzie? Thank you. Thank you.
Please, Papa Hildy, no more. I know you mean well, but can we deny the truth no longer? I am a mammoth.
Gigi, whatever has gotten into you? You are my son. You are a Manderville man. He just completely adopted him as his son.
Listen to your papa, Gigi. You're a Manderville girl, but through and through. Stop it, both of you. You're not my papa or my mama.
Aww. Aww. Aww.
Kirtana, Gigi is your son.
This is my son, madame. I mean, at least he's committing. Fully. Well, that is only to be expected. Gigi is at a rebellious age. Strange as it may sound, I too tested my parents' patience, and that on more than one occasion. But if they could weather the storm, then so can I. Look at my nutkin! My nutkin's gonna knock stuff over. I say we find out what's gotten him thinking he's a mammoth. But he is a mammoth. How can you not? Never mind. The Gigi situation. Oh my gosh. Alright, this is a good time for a break. Taking a break. Taking a break.
Gigi is just in that stage. Gigi would be a rebellious teenager. That's right.
Hey, what's up, Onyx? Alright, I'm gonna get some lunch and take a little break because we practice healthy gaming here, everybody. So please take this opportunity, if you've been sitting for a while, to get up and stretch, grab a drink, grab a snack, get some water, and stay hydrated. We want to stay happy, healthy, and hydrated while we game. And everybody who's new watching, thank you guys so much for being here. I'll be back shortly. In the meantime, you can check out my social media channels or our community Discord server if any of that happens to interest you. The links are all right there in chat for your convenience. Alright, I'll be back in a little bit, guys. Alright? Get yourselves healthy. Get yourselves healthy. Yeah, oh, it's a lot of fun, Onyx. I'm loving it. All right, I'll see you guys shortly. Just saw Wildcard got a Pop-Tarts ad. I'm not gonna say Pop-Tarts aren't delicious, but I will agree that they're not food.
Ha, so this is one of the subs that managed to lapse. Peachy think also yay Hildibrand Peachy lurk Peachy chan.
Ooh, sorry, I was blowing my nose. My allergies. My nose has been like acting up.
Oh my gosh, Fairy Fire! Fairy Fire! Thank you so much! Thank you so much for the tier 2, and thank you for the 58 months, Fairy Fire! Oh my gosh, you're gonna be a beautiful crystal peach soon. Happy Friday!
Peachy Bot's bringing up all the murder quotes. So, I might have made myself pancakes. I might have pancakes.
Hi, Yulchin! How's it going?
So there might be pancakes happening. There was some batter that really needed using. So that's what we're eating.
Pancakes! It's like Nico! Nico loved pancakes in one shot. That was her favorite food. Pancakes!
Wish you could eat pancakes, but they're so fat. What, like fattening? I mean, they're not good for you. But you can, there's healthier, like these are whole grain pancakes. They don't taste like it. Oh my god, they taste amazing. The Kodiak cakes. It does still have the like a leavening agent in it, because it's not required to put an egg in it. I do put an egg anyway. So like I know Mr. P doesn't like it because it has a leavening like a leavening agent, which is like it's like a fake egg, and he's just like, I don't want like a chemical in there. But at least it's whole grain instead of just like bleached flour.
Are you gonna tell on me?
Mr. P knows that I cheat, and he's fine. He's like, you don't have to eat any of my food if you don't want to. He's like, I'm gonna, highly encourage you to, and I'm gonna try to, fill you up with delicious food so that you don't eat the crap. But he doesn't like, he doesn't like he doesn't make me feel bad for eating bad food. He just will tell me the health benefits or the opposite of what I'm eating. Like when I was still drinking milk, like cow's milk, he wouldn't tell me not to. He would just keep telling me the, how it was not good for you. So... And it eventually got me to switch to oat milk. And then it was a decision that I made to switch to the oat milk. It wasn't like, oh, I'm drinking oat milk because he told me to, or because he doesn't like it when I drink regular milk. You know what I mean? The lactose intolerance also helped, but to make the switch, but...
Hey, Slutsy Man! Welcome back!
Oh, Gears. Did you not finish it? And you have to play it twice. You have to play one shot. I mean, you can just play it once. But if you play it twice, it starts out the same. I was so confused. I didn't trust you guys when I started the second playthrough, and I was like, this is the exact same game. Like, what are you talking about? No, trust me, it's different. So, ideally play one shot twice through to fully complete it. It's freaking amazing. Most emotional, not just indie game, most emotional game I have ever played in my life. When you play Undertale pacifist route to the true ending, I'll play one shot further. Gosh, I was one stupid toad at the beginning away from doing a pacifist run on Undertale, my first playthrough. I didn't kill anything except one toad at the beginning, and I think it was more like I got confused. I was still learning how the game worked, and I accidentally killed a toad. And that was it. Other than that, it was a pacifist run. You cried at the ending of the pacifist run? Yeah, I didn't even realize that I could mercy it. But I think that's what it's like. I think that's what is really supposed to happen, because that's the point, is that you realize as you play the game that, oh, I can just, like, be merciful on everything, or I can just mindlessly kill everything, like in most games. So, it was very... I feel like that was what was supposed to happen. I was supposed to have that normal run. My first time. Oh no, you killed Toriel? Oh no. When the pacifist run is actually the hardcore mode. Did you too, Manic? Oh no. Ah! Kill him, see where it gets you. Ah! Yeah, I spared Toriel. I spared everything. I spared everything except that frog. Flowey called you out for reloading your save? Really? See, I played Undertale so long ago. I played it like 6 years ago. And, like, I wonder... It didn't blow me away. I was just like, okay, like, you know, that was a cool concept for a game. And, you know, like, I didn't really get it. Even at the end. You know, I enjoyed it, but it didn't blow me away like it did a lot of other people. And, I wonder how different it would be now. Especially if I did, like, a pacifist run. Okay. Then you only play half the story. Right. Yeah, that's like one shot. Like, you're really only playing it. Look, it's complete, but you really only play half the story if you just do one playthrough. Yeah. Started a genocide run and stopped because it was a big nope. Oh no. I don't know, like, the endings. Like, I don't know what happens if you do a pacifist or a genocide run. I just know that it's different. If you play Undertale, I'll draw you a one-shot art in the same style as my Games Done Quick art. Ah! Nico! Nico! My daughter! That, honestly, that would be one for, like, the peach market. Somebody who has a bunch of peaches that can sponsor a stream and make me play whatever they want. That would be a good one for that. I would totally... I remember Undertale being really long, though. Although, thinking back to the VODs, I think it only took me, like, 3 streams, maybe? It all depends. It's basically the sponsored streams end up being like the people with the top, like, whatever it is, like the top 10% of people of Peaches You know, whoever's collected that many. 81k is a really good number. That's really high. I think in previous years it's been around 90k. No, you can't sponsor a whole playthrough. You can sponsor one stream, and then, like, if it hooks me, or sometimes if it's like, oh, one more stream and you'll finish it, we'll finish it. We'll do one more just to get it, you know, get it done. So it depends on the game. But you can sponsor one stream of a game. Persona 5 Royal, which we're 85 hours into, was a Peach Market request. 5 hours, wow. No, when we do the Peach Market stuff, we get at least a solid 5 hours into the game. I haven't played Deltarune, no. Because I was very mad about Undertale, so Deltarune didn't interest me at all. No, I haven't finished Ni no Kuni. I would love to. We did more sessions of it during Peachathons. Like, I think we've done... I want to say it won during a Peachathon, like, twice, and so we played, like, another, you know, a couple 2-hour sessions. So we essentially had, like, another full stream of it. It doesn't have to be a Steam game, Spellbound, but obviously it has to be, you know, on a console I own. So it could be a Switch game, it could be a PS4 game, it could be a Steam game. Yeah, I enjoyed Nier Automata. It wasn't my favorite game I've ever played, but I enjoyed it. Because I like action RPGs. Nier Automata. Hi. Ah, Mr. Did he insist? Did he absolutely insist, Mr. B? Open the door so we can go say hi to Mom. Good morning, my love. Good afternoon. Nier Automata is, like I said, it's fun. It's fun. Totally worth it for the ending. The best thing about it, no spoilers, was they do something extremely unique at the end. That just, like, blew my mind and made the whole thing worth it. Mm-hmm. I know the feel, Eternal. Scout, it's a long list, right? Yeah, if you're, like, really looking for an action RPG, the story is a little, like, you know, it's not so straightforward. It's you know, got a lot to theorize on, a lot to think about. Definitely an eccentric, has, like, an eccentric story. The music is beautiful. It'll definitely, do its best to make you feel things. Has multiple endings. What was it? 5 different actual endings? You actually play through the game, like, 5 times. And then it's got, like, the joke endings. We actually did the first 2. We did the first 2 playthroughs of Nier Automata. And then we took a little bit of a break from it. and then we came back and did the other 3. It's also the game with the robot orgy. So, there's that. Yeah, we did do the Nier raids. Those were very cool. The last one especially was super cool. I think I was playing through Automata like when the raids were coming out. And everyone's like coming in asking me, "Oh, have you done those?" I'm like, "I'm still playing through Automata for the first time." It was a robo orgy. The Nier raids are canon to the Nier series. I love that. I love that. That last boss in the that last boss in the Nier raids. Woo boy. That is a sight to see. Mr. Biscuit, how are you, good sir? Laying on the blanket, bothering your dad to come in to see your mom. It is not too early to be lewd. There's nothing lewd about it. I'm not lying. Am I lying? Not lying. I'm only spouting facts. Whew. A measurement of a mammoth. Hildibrand knows in his heart that love transcends dimensions of time and space, definitions of man and machine. The course of fatherhood never did run smooth, but I, Hildibrand, guardian of Gigi, doting parent extraordinaire, shall find a way to overcome this trial and be reconciled with my beloved son. Oh my gosh.
That's the spirit. Solving a simple case of childhood rebellion should be easy for a man who's unmasked thieves, defeated duelists, and led armies of the undead.
Yes, that's all very... Wait, what was that about the undead? Actually, don't tell me. For now, all that matters is finding that mammoth. We should begin by speaking with the sentries stationed at the city gates and the airship landing. If, Fury help us, he has left Ishgard, we need to know about it sooner rather than later. I will visit the Ark of the Worthy, while the inspector and his assistant head to the airship landing. You can question the guard at the gate near the manufactory, after which we will regroup there and share our findings. Dismissed.
Oh, thank you, Ivy! Thank you!
I mean, I only have so much of a range, so if I could change my voice even more, I would, but I'm not going to destroy my voice doing all of these characters over 4 hours either. So, I'm glad it's appreciated. It makes it more fun for me. That's for sure. Where? Oh, I'm over there. Hair wart. Thank you, Ivy. These are your favorite quests in the game? They're fun. Little fella with a wide-brimmed hat? Aye, he came through here. Bought passage on a supply ship bound for Falcon's Nest. One of them was named Lalafells, right? Funny little buggers. Seemed keen to be anywhere but here. Well, if Gigi left the city, it was not by the main gates. And the sentries at the airship landing have seen no one matching his description. Falcon's Nest? Fury take me. Must we return to that freezing pit of despair? Wherever so Gigi goes, I will follow him and find him and embrace him as my son once more. However, I surmise our final destination lies far beyond the walls of said outpost. Indeed, there is but one reason he would return to these frozen wastes. To frolic in the snow and cast his worries to the wind. Really? He seemed in no mood to frolic when I last saw him. As I recall, he used his arcane powers to mend a vase, only to become morose and belligerent when it became clear to him that he was in fact a mammoth. One might even say he remembered what he was, remembered his purpose, and so he returned to Western Coerthus, that famous breeding ground for heresy, where first we found him. Home to his heretic masters, to share with them the intelligence he had gathered in the city. At long last, the undeniable, the unquestionable, unmistakable scent of heresy. What are we standing around for? We have a heretic to catch. This guy has no hobbies.
Inspector, I'm starting to think that Inquisitor Seer might not think very highly of our little girl.
It is possible, but I would not presume to know his feelings ere he voiced them explicitly. Until such time as he does, we should endeavor to surreptitiously bring him round to the opinion that Gigi is a boy of pure heart and good intent. Subtlety in all things, Nashu. That is the Manderville way. Subtlety.
Coerthus Western Highlands.
Coming through with my giant Santa bear. Aha! I knew it! The mammoth immediately left the outpost and looks to have headed north along the river. By the Fury, I cannot wait to finally catch him in the company of heretics.
I don't much like your tone, Inquisitor. If our baby girl ran afoul of any heretics, she'd look them square in the eye and tell them she doesn't want any. Hey, Inspector, I think I just had one of those moments, you know, of insight. Maybe Gigi came out here to find Lord Godbert. I did tell her her grandpapa might like to see that trick of hers.
Brilliant deduction, Nashu. He must be eager to meet his grandparents. The self-same ones he renounced when he declared you were not his father? Ah, what a fine young gentleman, eager to explore his heritage. Let us make haste, my friends, for a reunion of 3 generations of Manderville's beckon. I really can't be bothered.
Bye, Wildcard. Take care. Thank you so much. Have a good weekend if I don't see you tomorrow. I hope I do, but if I don't, have a good weekend.
Plentiforms! I like your name. That was like one of my early mounts, was that Santa Bear. Oof. Oh, you gotta get the gift of battle gears. I've never had to do that yet. All of the Gen 1 legendaries I got were before that was required. That can't be fun for a non-dub-v-dubber. The tracks continue to the north. The mammoth lies motionless in the snow. Fragments of ice stuck to its cap, suggesting the impact of something small and round traveling at high speed. Gift of Battle has always been required, but it didn't used to require World versus World to get it. So I did it before it was before the requirement changed.
Ugh, my head. Who? Oh, it's you. You followed me.
Oh, Gigi, if you wanted to have a snowball fight with your grandparents, you should have said so earlier. Papa Hildy was very worried, though he is glad to see that you're unharmed. It would seem he was struck by a snowball, much like these Steinbocks, these dead Steinbocks. Are you sure he isn't damaged? As if a mere blow to the head could fell our Gigi. We Mandervilles are made of sterner stuff. I myself have been driven headfirst into the earth on no fewer than 24 occasions, several times from malms above, and my mind is no less brilliant for the experience. I expect the earth was no less brilliant for the experience either. Why are you nodding? Oh, he's behind me, isn't he? What good fortune to cross paths with you, so so far from civilization. Forgive me for not taking notice earlier. I was engrossed in my duel with Julian. But how rude of me. Would you care to join us?
Grandpapa Godbert! Grandpapa Godbert! Mama Nashu says you wield the powers of life and death. I beg you, Grandpapa Godbert, grant me life. Make me a real boy. Hi, Strawberry. Happy Friday.
Oh my.
He wants to be a real boy.
Huh? Are you sure about this, son? It may sting a little. He's gonna bonk him on the head.
I will endure whatever I must to become a real boy.
This transformation. Then let us begin.
Oh no! This body, it's everything I ever wanted. It's perfect. Thank you, Grandpapa Godbert. Thank you.
Oh, but I have not even begun to begin. By God's guide my hammer. It was his limit break. That's how I draw my comics. Oh my god, what? No, Godbert, what did you do? Papa Hildy, I'm a Manderville man. Gigi, my son, come to your father. Let me have a look at you. Oh god. Oh jeez. Papa Hildy. Oh no. Oh no. Gigi. She's crying. Yes. This isn't gonna end well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh! Just like his granddaddy. Made him into the spitting image. Oh, Lord. Figures. Figures. He's so happy, though, right? Now that brings back some memories.
Papa Hildy?
Oh dear, who could have done such a thing? He's got the power of Godfort. He's got the Manderville power. Oh! Oh. He fixed himself. The magic fixed himself. That's... You're a tinkerer, Tinkerbell. You're just gonna have to accept it. By the Fury, it's just like the vase all over again. Miraculously restored to its original form. GG auto-saved. Gigi, my boy, upon further consideration, I believe that this body may suit you best. It is, how shall I put this, more manageable.
And much more adorable. But how could I ever be accepted as your son if I remained a mammoth?
He declared you his flesh and blood. Just as you are. Is that what's been troubling you all this time? But why didn't you say so? A Manderville is more than mere flesh and bone. He is vigor, compassion, honor, a gentleman for all seasons. Be you man or machine, it makes no difference. If they call you a mammoth, you look them in the eye and say, "Nay, I am a Manderville mammoth." I mean, as a mammoth, that's all you can ever hope for. Yes! Mother, father, forgive me for not consulting with you earlier, but circumstances forced my hand. I have formally adopted Gigi as my son and ward of House Manderville. Ye gods, I knew he was fond of the mammoth, but did you hear that, woman? Our son's gone and got himself a son!
Grandpapa Godbert! Grandpapa Godbert!
Huh, it all makes sense now. Grandpapa Godbert and Grandmama Julian. I've been waiting years to hear those words. Grandpapa Godbert, Grandmama Julian. Few things in life are grander than becoming a grandparent, as they say. Ha-ha! She's like, I'm out of here. These doofuses. Is she the heretic? Oh no. And what's so bloody grand about it? No one asked her if she wanted to be a grandmama.
Hey, Mauricio! I'll not be made grandmother to a bloody bugger in Mammoth. It's past time I beat some sense into my beloved boy. Fury, take me! I'd heard the tales of dark nights before, but no, it couldn't be. No, I think it was something far worse. Heretical. Like as not, but rules be damned. I'm not risking my life to find out.
No, you don't want to mess with Julian. This quest line is one big meme spec. Are you scared? You should be scared. Would Hildegard be regarded as a himbo? Yes, but one that tries really, really hard not to be. But sometimes you just are what you are.
Bye, George. Take care. Bye, Ambrosia. Take care. Mwah. Love you guys so big. Have a good weekend.
Julian is a Dark Knight? Yes. They're mad, utterly mad. The whole damn lot of them. How their house could rise to such prominence, I will never understand. Well, at least the Mammoth seems to have overcome its existential crisis. Before today, I didn't know a Mammoth could even have an existential crisis. Wait, what am I saying? It's a Mammoth. Why should I care what it claims to think or feel? Fury take me. Their idiocy is infectious. I mustn't allow myself to fall prey to it. Follow procedure, report to your superior. One step at a time, one step at a time.
Strawberry sending you so much love. Love and puppies to you.
Every time Peachy looks away, what? At your costume? I see it. I see all your costumes, James. Oh, I didn't even realize that was a pumpkin. I thought it was a like a jingle bell.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
I don't think I have any Halloween costumes in this game. Bum, 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 bum. Right then, my superiors, having been informed of the Mammoth's adoption by House Manderville, as witnessed by House Fortemps, proceeded to take me to task for my gross mishandling of the situation. They remain convinced that the Mammoth is the product of heretical machinations and have commanded me to redouble my efforts to prove this incontrovertible fact. That may prove problematic, however, as Gigi seems to have forsaken his quest to recover his memories and thrown myself wholly into his new life as a Manderville Mammoth, casting about for any hint of a case alongside his doting father. In any event, though I do not share my superior's conviction, I think it's safe to say that there is something exceedingly unusual about that Mammoth. You saw with your own eyes how effortlessly it restored that vase, and itself, to its original form. Reconstructive magics are not particularly rare, but his are unlike any I've ever seen before. He can fix stuff good.
Did you give me a witchy outfit last year?
It's very possible.
Always watching.
It's possible. Yes.
See you, Inspector.
And that was episode 7, I believe. Whew. Use me. It's fun to see the devs just having fun. Just being silly. Doing stuff that they can't do in the main story. It's very possible you did, Kirtana, and I'm just not remembering. Yeah, that's true, Manic. There was a lot more filler in the other ones. Oh, yeah. For my VODs, it's easier just to keep going, like, say, episode 6, episode 7. A gazebo to call our own. Seer may be the only man who has yet to drink from the well of madness. That you stand here before me is proof that Halone smiles upon me this day. I have need of your assistance, Luna, and before you think to run away screaming in terror, I pray you hear me out. It concerns the esteemed and now missing and presumed dead Knights of the Heavensward. None have returned to the capital since all the unpleasantness began. Yet recently we have heard rumors of these honored sayers walking the streets. 'Tis heresy most foul, I say, and I mean to get to the bottom of it. But we will need all the help that we can get, which means, fury take me, we could benefit from a certain individual's serendipity. Besides, if we don't seek him out, he's like to show up at the worst possible time anyway. At least this way, it'll be on our terms, and we can keep an eye on that boy. Mammoth. Yes, right. Oh, you must be wondering why I asked you to come. Well, you are the inspector. You and the inspector seem to enjoy a natural rapport, so... Praise Halone for a moment. I was afraid you'd make me beg. This may well be my last chance to prove my worth to my superiors, and if I can't, to Fortant Manor. They will whip me. Okay, I've been meaning to make this change for a long time, and I just need to do it. Not the layout. I want to change the size of the text box. Can I change, like, just the text box? I don't want to change, like... everything. Like, I want to make the text bigger. No, not the chat box. The like, when I'm reading dialogue. Like, when I'm reading character dialogue, the box that shows up in the middle of the screen, I want to make the text bigger. Log window settings. You can right click on it and scale it. .x Manderville episodes like that were in the original game. Oh, Kirtana, you should make him a werewolf. Where is the, like, dialogue box? No, not that. Oh, okay. Oh shit, that's easy. I had no idea you could do that, right? Like, while it's on the screen. Okay, that's way easier. Oh, holy shit. I could have done that the whole time? Okay. I could have done that the whole time! The whole time? The whole time. Thank you. Thank you. That's so nice. That's so nice. Yay. Okay. Yay. I think that'll be easier on my eyes. Definitely. A gazebo to call our own. Last vigil. Thank you. Yeah, the character window's small too. It's not awful. Hildibrand existed in 1.0. Wow! So he survived the calamity. Of course he did. He's a Manderville man. Thank you, Julie. And everybody who was helping me in game, too. Thank you. Because, GG, such behavior is up. Wait. But see, I can't... Wait, oh, right-click it. I have to right-click it. Oh, or not. Okay. Maybe not in a cutscene. Business, always business, you may rest assured. Then I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, am at your service. Is it robbery, murder, tax evasion? Evasion? Wait, before we get into that, what's going on here? Much as it pains me to admit it, my beloved Gigi, the apple of my eye, the fruit of my loins, attempted to deface this lovely gazebo. Naturally, as his father, it falls to me to see him return to the straight and narrow. That's not true. I was drawing a family crest for our home. Now, Gigi, I know you are fond of this gazebo, as are we all, but it belongs to Lord Edmund. You wouldn't want to steal from Uncle Edmund, would you? I guess not. Then where is our gazebo, Papa Hildy? And does it have a warm stove with a steaming kettle too? Oh, Gigi, don't you see? We have no need of kettles and gazebos. As gentlemen inspectors, the world is our oyster. We can go whither we please, where the red fern grows or the wild rose blooms. And yet you've been sleeping in Lord Edmund's gazebo for how long? I don't care about wild roses. I want to live in a gazebo with Papa Hildy and Mama Nashu. Gazebos are quite expensive and dangerous if not domesticated. I love how she's still convinced that the gazebos are, like, dangerous. Dangerous indeed, my boy. And besides, we are gentlemen inspectors, free to travel the length and breadth of Eorzea in search of a case. Does that not sound more thrilling than whittling away the hours beneath a gazebo? I guess. Gigi just wants to sleep. Oh, nice, Spellbound. I love the references. If it's a case you want, you need not go so far. We are currently investigating reports of individuals masquerading as Knights of the Heavens Ward. These contemptible charlatans are rumored to have tricked several hapless maidens into attending private parties for a small fee, with the promise of enjoying the company of these great sirs. Those who were foolish enough to attend found their experiences to be so traumatizing that they have refused to discuss them in detail. Needless to say, your assistance in this matter would be greatly appreciated, and for it you shall receive due compensation. Say no more, Inquisitor, say no more. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, am well versed in the ways of the fairer sex. Since when? When your mom calls you out.
Mommy, mother dearest, I was under the impression that you had departed for Ulda. And leave my beloved boy to keep on playing at being an inspector, as well as a father to a bloody mammoth? Bugger that. You're coming home right this instant. How can you say such things? It is my life's calling to be an inspector, and Gigi is my son. He's a Manderville man.
Grand!
Grand, as it is to see you, you have come at a most inopportune time. The young women of Ishgard are in need of a champion to defend them from fiends most foul. Come, Nashu, come, Gigi. We shall demonstrate to my mother our peerless investigative skills and bring these criminals to justice.
Hey, MMO's king.
Thal's balls, he's stubborn. Probably gets it from his sorry arse of a father. I trust you lot'll help me to keep him out of trouble. Right then, come along. Well, that could have gone better and worse. Let's not keep them waiting. Yes, ma'am. You do what she says. Question the maidens of the last vigil.
World-weary maiden.
Please, do you think me so foolish? Ah. There we go. As if I had not already memorized every detail of my dear Sir Adelfel's face. Oh, wherever could he be? I am truly outside her grace, my allowance all gone to waste on those... I dare not say it. Mayhap those awful rumors are true. Mayhap I must needs accept that he now walks in Helone's halls. Oh. Oh, this way. I demand satisfaction. Swift and terrible vengeance. How dare they prey upon a lady's emotions to line their pockets with gil? If Ser Cherubert was here, he'd purge the lot of them like the festering sickness they are. Yes, a pity he too remains missing. So very much a pity.
Oh, very much a pity.
Nashu. I want to be friends with Nashu. Oh, he's right there. Papa Hildy, that grandmama over there is staring at us. Now, Gigi, a gentleman must be more careful with his words. First of all, you have only one grandmother. Second, and this is tremendously important, never ever call her that. At least not yet. Promise? Yes, father. Promise not to call Grandmama Julianne Grandmama Julianne. Greetings, milady. Oh, ain't you a charmer? And there I was thinking I might have to rip your bloody head off if you said the G word one more time. Like that, Papa Hildy? She didn't rip your head off. Good job. Ah, my faithful assistants. Have you gleaned any information? Nope. Other than the fact that these women scorned seem to detest the fake knights with every fiber of their being. These two women were telling me all about what they'd do if they cornered, sir. Is this the best you can do, then? Bloody oaths and girlish fantasies? And you call yourself a Manderville man? I assure you, Mother, we are only just getting started. The tapestry of lies and deception behind which the truth hides is oft unraveled with the tug of a single loose thread. I say, young lady, I would beg but a moment of your time.
Somehow I doubt that young lady was targeted by the charlatans we seek. She might have been, you don't know. Aye, it is true. I too was taken by the false promises of those awful, awful men. Long have I yearned for a chance to meet Sir Velguin, so when they said I finally could, I didn't hesitate for even a moment. But when they escorted me to the manor and undid the blindfold, and I looked on the hideous faces of those so-called Grand Sirs, I screamed and fled. They were gone when I returned with the watch, but their neighbors said they had overheard them speaking about seeking shelter in a place called Idleshire. I know it's not much, but I pray this information helps you in your search. My lady, I swear to you here and now, I, Hildibrand, agent of enquiry, expector extraordinaire, shall not rest until these dastardly fiends are punished for their foul crimes.
Hey, Baron, thank you so much for the Prime resub. Thank you for the 34 months. Hope you're doing well today.
Julian needs a Snickers.
Huzzah! There are 3 cheers for Papa Hildy. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
Hip hip hooray. And there you have it. Our quarry can be found in Idleshire. Come, my loyal assistants. Justice waits for no gentleman. That's all well and good, but I've never heard of this Idleshire, have you?
I have.
You mean we're to travel to the Dravanian hinterlands? Right now? Just like that? Yup.
Ooh, hi, Allie. Thank you for giving out the peaches.
Idleshire.
Allie, how's your beautiful face?
Truly, this magnificent settlement is a testament to the hard work and camaraderie of her Uplander and Gobby citizens. Yes, well, I'm just glad we're no longer being pursued by fire-breathing dragons, musket-wielding crabs, and bomb-throwing goblins. You know, the other ones.
But they were no match for Lady Julianne and that pan of hers, am I right? I want to see her make the bad gobbies fly again.
God's sakes, Hildy, except in Luna, this lot'd be dead in a ditch somewhere if it weren't for me. Nonsense! I would never let harm come to my loyal assistant or my beloved son. If I may interject. Now then, let us split up and question the good people of Idleshire. My keen inspector sense tells me that one of them has knowledge of the false knights we seek. I feel like I have to put on, like, another outfit now, because we're, like... There we go. We can go back to the songstress outfit, because it's sunny here. Yes, yes, Ludjaks knows of Grand Sirs. Sneaky uplanders keep to selves. Mingle not with Gobby flock, but each to own, Ludjak says. No questions, only jingly shine. We love jingly shine. Oh, you must be talking about them Grand Sirs. They drifted into Idleshire some time ago. As I recall, paid visits to the Grand Library, though I couldn't tell you why. Oh, I know all about the Grand Sir. She got the same head as the other lady. They keep to themselves in that building of theirs, south of the round spot. You best watch out, though. They're a dangerous bunch, liable to kill you for looking at them cockeyed. It is entirely possible that I've gone completely and utterly mad, but are you perchance the long-lost twin sister of an Ishgardian noblewoman? What? Look behind you, a three-headed Gubu. Oh, what? It was her! Why do I feel like I've not seen the last of that old woman? Hooray for everything! I agree. Yes. You gotta love the gobspeak. Yes, Eternal. We could use some of that. If only we had the testimony of a concerned citizen which could conveniently direct us to the villain's precise location. It is raining, dude. The Grand Sirs are holed up in a building to the south of the markets? Good show, Luna. Hey, that's the one. Come, let us inform the others. How convenient, right there.
Hi, Skella Maple.
You're being spooky. Look at that spooky emote.
Nashu sleeping.
It would seem that no one is home. There is naught we can do but wait then.
I love her. I want to be her best friend. Papa Hildy. I just want to say that I really like this place. I think that you and me and Mama and Nashu could have lots of exciting adventures if we stay here.
You may be right, Gigi. This community seems to have fostered an enlightened, free society, welcoming of honest souls willing to work and contribute to the greater whole. Did anyone happen to see a gazebo on the way in?
How do you live in a gazebo? As I live and Shka. Hildibrand Helidor and Maximilian Manderville.
Could that be? I say, could that be Slowfix coin toss?
Do you know this Gabi, Inspector?
I most certainly do. Why, Master Slowfix was my very first employer.
Shh. When traveling through Thanalan long ago, Gabi Flock was waylaid by Uplander bandits. With no jingly shine to pay brass blades, we had no way to backtake goods. Until we make busy deal with Gentleman Uplander, that is. With fastness he finds Uplander bandits and brings much bangy boom, and returns to goodly Gabi's missing goods and great justice. Henceforth, Slowfix gains new appreciation for Uplanders, but for chance encounter with Gentleman Uplander, he never conceives of egalitarian utopia. One may even claim Hildy a founding father of Idleshire. With metaphorical tongue flaps, that is. Bangy boom!
Oh, the memories. It was a near thing, for the bandits were clever enough to see through my ingenious disguise as an innocent milkmaid. But in my haste to escape, I tripped over a barrel of fire sand, and, as they say, boom gobby doom.
No! Core! No busy deals for the wicked.
No busy deals indeed. But leaving that delightful anecdote aside, ye gods, Master Slowfix, just looking at you, what you and your flock have made of these ruins is making me big eyes.
Gabi Flock has come long way since wandering days, but we have not forgotten Gentleman Uplander's kindness. Slowfix is here to offer hand-lending.
Well, far be it for me to refuse. My son Gigi has grown quite fond of your magnificent city, and so I should like to stay here with him and my assistant for a time. We would not require much in the way of accommodations. A humble gazebo, for example, would more than suffice.
Why settle for a gazebo when perfectly good estate right behind you? Residents of building in arrears and Slowfix happy to evict them.
But we were pursuing the fiends who lived here on suspicion of defrauding young women.
Fraud in Slowfix's egalitarian utopia? This he will not abide. All the more reason to let Gentleman Uplander and his flock stay instead of Grand Sirs. No need for jingly shine either. Huzzah! A giant gazebo to call our own!
I do not know what to say. Thank you, Master Slowfix, thank you. No need for teary-eyed tongue flaps. Gobby Flock is possessed of moral obligation to repay gentleman Uplander for past generosity. Enjoy new gazebo, and good luck with hunt for Grand Sirs. Papa Hildy, since this is our gazebo, is it okay if I draw our family crest on it? I can think of no better way to celebrate this joyous occasion, and perhaps draw the ire of our new home's former tenants. Come, let us go and purchase some paints together. This gazebo shall be your canvas. Now he's gone and gotten himself a sodden gazebo? Bloody hells, if he really thinks I'm gonna let him keep on playing at being a father. What's the matter? She wants a real grandson. Or daughter. It is so raining, Luna. Luna brought the thirst. Nah, she's sleeping. Ah, he drew them. Hey, creature feature. I see first time Hildibrand. I click. Oh man, it's so funny. What's up, HG? Still no sign of the notorious Grand Sirs. I dare say we're going to need more paint. He drew a picture. Nashi with the glasses. So good. Thank you for the follow. Did they like go inside and like see if they're in there? Or just go immediately to like drawing graffiti? The family crest stays there permanently? Yes. Yes. Dum, 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 dum. Don't trust anyone over, over 60. Hildibrand has never been a patient man. Much as it pains me to admit it, a gentleman's stamina is not without limits. I dare say I could do with a spot of tea. It sounds glorious for my throat right now.
Hey, Inspector! Is it just me, or have those two been looking at us for the past few minutes?
They're appreciating this wonderful art. Where is Art Boy? Where is someone call Yusuke? Oh, it's quite normal behavior for my adoring fans. Okay, Akechi. I should think. When finally presented with an opportunity to meet their idol in the flesh, all too many succumb to their fear and flee. Or maybe, just maybe, they're the Grand Bloody Sirs? Come on, they're getting away. Heretics! Ah, here come the fans. Right? Whoa! We need Alfie! We need Alfie! Yes! To teach Gigi art. Yes! Alright, we are going all the way down there. Let's see, we have to go over here. Oh wait, we can do this. Dum, dum, da, dum. Click locks. Click locks. All the heretics. Hearken to me, you dastardly rapscallions. You have nowhere to run. Reveal yourselves at once. Yeah! Oh my gosh, you watched my Guild Wars 2 videos. Wow. We still play Guild Wars 2 every Tuesday, and now we play this every Friday. Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's great. The characters. Oh, the characters are so good in 14. Ah, Spellbound, yes!
With the birth of the gentleman persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that should lead to freedom and new power.
Yes! I want Hildibrand as one of my confidants. I shall not ask you again. Come forth, grand sirs. Name yourselves and answer for your misdeeds. Orland. Slayer of 1,000 worms, the silver spear which hath pierced the very heavens. Orland! Okay, Team Rocket. Master of magics, ancient and awesome, the divine hand which hath defeated all melodies, save senescence and incontinence. God, Spart! So anime. Grand Sirs, Excelsior! I don't know whether to laugh or to cry. Mayhaps both. Grandsires. Grandsirs, you stand accused of willfully and unlawfully convincing young maidens of Ishgard to attend private parties under false pretenses, thereby inflicting upon them terrible financial and emotional distress. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, am come on behalf of these poor defenseless innocents, and to see that no others are made to suffer as they did. Now lay down your arms and surrender yourselves into my custody. Ha! The audacity of this boy. You should feel ashamed of your words and deeds. You will rue this day and rue it hard. These guys are very extra and sparkly. Gods, how I've missed this. The air streaming past, the blood pumping, the taste of copper on my lips, the slight dizziness. It was on a day like this that we met, wasn't it? And when we soared into those azure skies, we never truly came back down. Do mine eyes deceive? Pig's knee of my heart descended from Hallone's halls to guide me to her bosom? Is he dying? What is happening? My beloved, my everything. Long have I waited for this moment. The music, dude. Take me in your arms once more and lift me higher, higher, higher. Or they just hallucinating because he went too high in the air? Higher, higher, higher than anybody ever. If he just falls down on the ground and just like limp, I'm gonna lose it. Orland! Orland! Okay, figures. Of course. Luna's like, what? He flew, he jumped up so high, he exerted so much energy, he died and... He came back down and died, dude. Oh, Kettle, I agree 1,000%. Yes, Kettle says, okay, but old people love is so underrepresented in media. I love that. No, I agree with you 1,000%. Last poor Orland. Nathan, thank you for the 6 months. You just became an exotic peach, Nathan. Thank you. Thank you so much. He did. He died with happiness in his heart. He got to go see his beloved. Alas, poor Orland. I knew him not in the slightest. I knew him not in the slightest. But he seemed a decent man. Chicanery and attempted murder notwithstanding. You remember this day and ruin. That's literally all we know of this guy. Oh, but like his friend is here. Just like watched him die. Oh my god.
Wowzers, 52 months. Time has flown.
At least he
Peachy
didn't
love
fall right
Peachy
on
hug.
his spear and get like impaled by it. Tides, thank you for the 52 months. I can't believe it's been that long. Thank you. He like did this big giant awesome attack, jumped up in the air and died. I shouldn't be laughing, but it's hilarious. He did. He died mid-jump. Hi, Calvinus. Hi. Oh my god, it was too funny. Wait, I've seen this before. All too recently. Yes, anyway, he's only mostly dead. If the Master of Magic's ancient and awesome here acts with all haste, the man yet might be saved. You're gonna rip him out of his beloved's arms now? Aw. Aw. The rain is so perfect. Ugh, you are referring to me. Oh, I see, I see. With all haste, was it? Yes, yes, I'll get right on that. Oh, mournful voice of creation, send up unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I may smite... No, wait, that's no good. Let me see. Don't let this guy use magic. Something of a rather less controversial tradition, yes. Something with more pep. A vortex of biting winds to rend the flesh. And smite my foes! Is he gonna turn his friend into a zombie? Foes? I thought you were friends! Oh my god. Saint Reinette bugger me with a bleeding gay bog. My back, my back. 'Twould seem I've underestimated you lot. That makes 2 of us? Enough. Leave them be, or do you not care what becomes of the mammoth? Uh-oh. No! Gigi, but when? How?
Gigi. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for the hugs. I hope you're having a good day. Bye.
I thought I recognized you. First in Ishgard and then in Idleshire. You've been following us since we left the capital. Ooh. Bearer of faces fair and fearsome, the midnight shadow which hath deceived kings and queens. Doris! You can't possibly have been so naive as to think we did not see through your ridiculous disguises. Yet she has Gigi, so... I love this old band of adventurers. They're amazing. And yet here you are, so effortlessly and easily lured into our trap, for which we are most grateful, mind. My companions are hardly cut out for life on the road. All has been in preparation for this moment. The parties, the petty schemes from the first. The objective of his grand design has been this singular mammoth. I swear to you, if you harm Gigi in any way... We have no desire to hurt the boy, but require his help to reclaim that which is rightfully ours, our youth. It's not yours. Confound it, I can't see.
Oh, congrats, Talus.
Damn, they're very slowly getting away. Oh, jeez.
Papa Hildy.
Gigi! Stay strong, my son. I swear I shall find you.
I shall find you. They're like 5 feet away.
We're just letting him go. Oh my god. Freaking hilarious, dude. 12 strike me down for a fool. So desperate was I to seize the grand sirs that I failed to discern their true intent before it was too late. And now poor Gigi is in their clutches. What if I never see my beloved son again?
I suppose we ought to be prepared for the worst. They could be halfway to Razat Han by now.
I very much doubt that, given that they were moving at an I don't know how to say that. Adamantoise? A turtle's pace. The little milksop's right. Let's get after the old buggers. Huh. That's what my mentor used to call me, among other things. Oh, the memories. Milksop? Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Did you guys see the gigantic fatter cat beanbag chair? How much shipping that thing must be so expensive, and it's already like $200. Mr. Biscuit, cutie boy. Ah, adamantoids, like blastoids. There you go. There it is. Nah, it's like Blast, a Pokemon.
Hi, Wrong Bunny. So good to see you.
You saw that chair you wanted, but it's very expensive. Yeah, and it's like, right, it's like, do you have space for it right now? It's huge. They even said on there, like, warning, like, the shipping price is going to be by, like, dimensions, not by weight, because it's so huge. No, I'm good, Anya. Whenever I unlock flying, that's content for me to do. So, I like to just run around and find the stuff myself rather than having people just fly me places, because then I have something to do. But I appreciate it. Thank you.
Here's a riddle. How do you get 2 whales in a car? You start in England and drive west.
Ah, it took me a second. It took me a second, but I get it. Thank you. Thank you, Gallivancy, very much for the primary sub. 50 months. Oh my gosh. Thank you, my friend. It was a geography joke, so it took me a second. Not my strongest subject. That was the funny part, was how long it took me to get it. You're welcome. So, it seems that the Grand Sirs have been caught once more by the very inspector that was trying to catch them. How ironic. Also, how premature. We have them, yes, but they still have Gigi. Damn it, if only some manner of opportunity would present itself. Ask and ye shall receive. We can ambush that wizened dragoon, take him hostage, and demand an exchange. Inquisitor Seer, you disappoint me. A gentleman cannot condone the violent kidnapping and ransom of his elders. No, no, we shall approach this problem as paragons of honor and virtue. Luna will stalk and subdue the Grand Sir, then relieve him of his armor. How is stripping an old man naked more gentlemanly than taking him hostage? Rest assured, I shall reveal all soon enough. Godspeed, Luna. Why is he on me? Ah, I knew you'd... Wait, who are you again? There's something awfully familiar about those muscular forearms, those strong yet tender-looking fingers. I say, would you be so kind as to massage my shoulders, young lady? There's this lingering ache, this tension that Godspart can't seem to soothe with his magics. Remove my breastplate? Oh, of course, how silly of me. Pray, lend me a hand with the straps. Convenience. Truly, young lady, you are a saint. Ah, I swear it's the little things you begin to appreciate. My dear departed wife used to help me with my armor, you know. Right, right. I should be seated to better receive your tender ministrations. Ah, the healing tingle. With that, I had a tincture of salamander with which to treat these aches. My little pigsney used to spread some on my chest and under my nose to help me sleep through the night. Come, do not be shy. Work those soothing fingers into each and every knot. Slowly. Make me forget my troubles. I got you.
Shanked.
Put the armor in your pocket and run away. Harder, harder. Higher, higher. Close your eyes and dream.
Fell asleep.
The old dragoon's soft snoring suddenly stops, and you begin to fear you may have borne witness to his final moments. Leaning closer, you extend a hesitant finger, only to stop short when a sudden spasm signals the resumption of his labored breathing. This dude is like on death's door. Oh my god.
You just got shanked.
With the utmost care, you remove Orland's sabatons and breeches, leaving the sleeping old man exposed to the elements and at the mercy of nearby ravenous bears and tentacled morbles. May he rest in peace. Wow, Luna! Way to leave an old man to die. Oh, speaking of marbles. Ah, my stalwart assistant. By your return, I gather you have taken care of the dragoon, and by taken care, I mean affording Afford him all due courtesy as befitting a man of his years while returning with the equipment I require. Yup. Capital. Then without further ado, I shall disguise myself as Orland and free Gigi from captivity. But you two look nothing alike. They may be old and slow, but they're not blind. Oh, ye of little faith, you are in for a treat, for you shall have a front row seat to this magnificent display of Mandervillian guile and subterfuge.
It needs a CPAP.
Hey, is it time for dinner yet? We just ate, you daft bugger. And where the hell's is Orland? I know he's got to take a piss every hour, but damn it, he could at least be quick about it. Someone get this poor guy a hammock. Greetings, fellow antediluvians. I have returned. Oh, bollocks. It's about time. Okay, no, that's bollocks. Pack up your things. I want us back on the road in 10 minutes. Before we do that, we must first release young Gigi here. 'Tis behavior unbecoming a gentleman to keep children in cages. What in the seven hells are you blathering about? He's going to get away. No, he will not. See? Still here within my care. Right then, on a completely unrelated note, I shall now take the boy with me on a brief sojourn into the wilderness. Fury take me, it's working. He's about to walk out of there with Gigi, and they won't even try to stop him. So far, so good. I'm cold, and there are marbles after me.
Gigi's free!
I'm me, but you are also me. But that can't be, unless... This is it. This is the moment when my life flashes before my eyes. Oh, my dearest Pigsney, we'll be together at last. This is like happening. Luna's like, see, Seer, this is just you, this is normal. You just accept it after a while. Imposter! How dare you attempt to trick me with a ruse so hackneyed it would make a minstrel blush? Ye gods, I never realized dying would hurt so much. Now's our chance, Gigi. Come with me. Vivi, wait! Vivi? My son, what's gotten into you?
Vivi. Vivi? Where have I heard that name before?
Remember who you are, Vivi. What you are. A creation of the great Charlayan Archmagus Quan.
Quan. I was given life by Grandpapa Quan. I remember now. We lived together, and then he taught me many things about the outside world.
Oh! Quan is also the name of the coup who raised Vivi in 9. What exactly do you remember, my son?
Everything. Yes, everything. I remember that Grandpapa Quan created me, that he took care of me, raised me, and that we were very happy. But then he abandoned me. Grandpapa Quan abandoned me.
He believed you were flawed, Vivi, that you lacked the power to turn back the hands of time and make him young again, and so, in his ignorance, he cast you out and died, all alone. To turn back the hands of time, then what we witnessed in the Crozier with the Duke's priceless vase, that power could be brought to bear on people? But wait, how do you know all this? You couldn't have possibly been associates of this Archmagus Quan. We found his journals during one of our many trips into the Great Library. Scavenging for valuable relics is one of the few ways we have left to make a living. We were famed heroes of the war in our prime, with fortunes to match. But no soldier has the strength to triumph over time, and before we knew it, the hour of the sheath was upon us. Ishgard no longer had need of our services. So we came here to eke out a living, to keep doing what we do best until our bodies wouldn't let us. Imagine our surprise when we stumbled upon the opportunity of a lifetime, a second lifetime, as it were. A mammoth with the power to take that which was broken and restore it to its prime state, to turn back time with its temporal magics and give us back our misspent youth. Fury take me, this is all so... I don't even know if there's a precedent to determine whether or not this constitutes heresy. Check your book. We knew where to look, even. With the journals, we determined that the mammoth was somewhere in the Western Highlands. A chance for a second chance was within reach. And then we were forced to watch as you imbeciles pulled Vivi from the snow, nearly ruining everything. Vivi, listen to me. Come with us and we can help you unlock your true potential. Just think what you could accomplish were you to master your magics. Not only could you make us young again, but you may even have the power to restore life to Archmagus Quan.
Vivi!
Impossible. No magic can truly return the dead to us. At best you can animate a corpse, and I need not review the precedents to declare that the product of necromancy and abominations in the eyes of the Fury. He was Mother Gothel, that's right. Gigi, wait. What of our adventures? What of our gazebo? You are a Manderville mammoth.
Oh no!
Raise and arise with like a word. They're not dead, they're just felled.
Hi, Miss Mio. How are you? You have always been so kind to me, Papa Hildy, and I will forever be grateful for that. But Grandpapa Quan made me. He made me, and I miss him. So even if it fails, I have to try.
Aww.
Top 10 betrayals! Gigi, no!
What are you doing? They're getting away. We have to stop them. Mayhap we must respect Gigi's decision. So that's the end of the chapter, eh? You're giving up and coming back home? I, too, made a decision long ago to become a traveling inspector, and I have ever stood by it. Mayhap it is from this singular stubbornness of mine that Gigi took inspiration. Nay, I cannot abide it. He is my flesh and blood, my son. I dare not let him use his temporal magics to pervert the natural order. Aye, it falls to me, his father, to ensure that Gigi keeps the righteous path and only utilizes traditional methods of zombification to raise the dead. Inquisitor Seer, I must applaud your dedication to your work, and cannot thank you enough for all you have done on our behalf. Yet I fear if we continue as we are, Gigi may be driven to a rash action. Therefore, I would ask that you suspend your pursuit of the Grand Sirs for a time, that I might afford the opportunity to convince my son to return peacefully. Well, seeing as how we can only guess at the full extent of Gigi's powers, it might prove dangerous to act aggressively should he choose to use them. What, he turn you back into a baby? Yeah, he is completely convinced. He's like, I birthed Gigi from my own loins. Ah, Gufford, you should play Final Fantasy IX again. It was so good. The end of 9 made me cry. Ooh, Miss Mio gonna decorate for Halloween. I knew you would understand. Right then. There's no time to waste. Nashu, let us retire to our new gazebo and discuss our plans. I suppose it'd have been a shame if he had given up that easy. Though that means I'll have to stick around even longer. On the other hand, if that bloody Mehmet's really got the power to make them young again, then... Oh, Julian. Julian? Oh, hi, Baldwin. What's the Moguri mod for 9? I said I'd suspend my pursuit, and I will. But that doesn't mean I won't continue my investigation into that mammoth with its powers in Ishgard. I don't remember what a Moguri is. Oh, it's cold again. Oh, it's cold. So cold. So cold. Wait, we gotta put on this one first. Oh, wait, one of these. To get our little flowers in our hair. And then we put on this. Ta-da! Here we go. We're back in the sky. It's cold. It's cold, so we gotta put on our warm clothes. Ah, I see you saw fit to return to the capital as well. The Inquisition has a rather large collection of heretical tomes, including many of Charlian origin, and I had a mind to scour them for information on temporal magics. This, of course, all for the sake of confirming the mammoth's heretical origins. Yes, only that. Why are you looking at me like that? As if to imply that my interest in these matters is more than a professional one? I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're not talking about. Thank you, Luna. That will be all. Perfect. Perfect. No! He's in the cage! Yes. Yes. See you, Inspector. How many episodes are there? 5 in each expansion? So are there 5 Heavensward ones? And then 5 Stormblood ones? Hildibrand anime when? There's 1 left. There's 4? Okay. We'll have to do 4 next week. Was there only 4 in ARR? 4 in ARR, 4 in Heavensward, and 3 in Stormblood. Oh, there was 5? I was gonna say, I thought there was 5 in ARR. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, none so far in Shadowbringers. So far, we'll see. We'll see. They're fun. Super fun. I like them. Alright, there you go. Sorry. Twitch. Oh, I'm so glad, Gears. I'm so glad. I'm continuing to get, if you ever need to just put on something in the background, I'm being very diligent in getting my VODs up on my second YouTube channel. I think today at 4 in 45 minutes should be the finale of Final Fantasy 15 is finally on there. And then tomorrow the DLCs will go up. And then we'll be on to whatever I played after 15. Welcome back, Good Ninja! A lot of people have been watching those. So like I said, if you need, if you missed any, if you just need something to put on in the background, those are all on the second channel. Yeah, I'm on Genova Data Center. Ooh, we're gonna watch Final Fantasy 15. So everything up through there is up. Did we play Nier? Or Mass Effect? Mass Effect might be next. I forget. I still have Mass Effect 1 and 2. Nier Automata has to go up. Yeah, I think we played Mass Effect after 15. I could be wrong. I think we played Mass Effect 1, and then we played Nier, and then Mass Effect 2. I forget. I forget the order, but it'll all go up. So, those are going up. Yeah, we're gonna get caught up on those, you guys. Holy crap. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Mass Effect 2 was during the Nier break. Yeah. Because I needed a break from Nier. We played the first 2 runs of Nier. We got the first 2 endings, and then I was just like, I need a break from this. So. Oh, there you go, Greninja. Thank you so much, Creature! Thank you for hanging out. I play Final Fantasy XIV every Friday. So, I don't think next Friday's a normal Friday. So, we'll be doing more Hildibrand quests next Friday. I'm gonna end the stream a little bit early today, guys. New content patch next Friday? Now, what does that mean? I know that 5.4 doesn't come out until early December. But what's in the content patch? No, I'm not! Are you not gonna let me end early, Greninja? Bosgen Southern Front. Oh, Relic. Okay, it's Relic quests. Gotcha. You might have to fight the mods for that. And my voice. My throat hurts from doing all those voices. Alright, we're gonna... Oh, look at the Nutkin! Look at the Nutkin crawling around. I love it so much. That's why I love the Nutkin. He's hiding under my dress. Oh, there he is. No, there he is. He's cute. Look at him. Ah! Cutie. Bye! Thanks for the party, everyone. Bye. 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 Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Bye, Luna. Yay. Well, wonderful. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys. It was fun today. I'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna play Hades tomorrow. Super crazy excited. I still haven't heard anything about if Melody of Memories, the demo, is coming out here tomorrow. If it does, at any point during stream tomorrow, we'll switch over and play that. Otherwise, we'll just play Hades the whole time tomorrow. I'm really excited. I've been hearing so many good things about this game and how everybody just loves it. And, like, yeah. Well, I don't know if you can come by the stream live tomorrow, Manic, but if you're curious about Hades, you're not sure, you know, we're gonna play it tomorrow, so you know you can see a preview of the game if you haven't already. You know, I can give you my review, you know, answer any questions that you have about it if you're just, you know, thinking about getting it. It's so good. I've heard nothing but incredible things about it and how it's so much fun. So, and also how apparently it's also very thirsty. So there's that too, on top of it. Of course, we can turn just about anything thirsty, but... Bye, Sean. Take care. Thank you so much. Quote. What? Oh my gosh. No, I haven't looked into that game at all, Manic. If Baldur's Gate wasn't $60, if it wasn't a perfectly priced full game. Yes, we are gonna have to stay hydrated tomorrow, apparently, from what I've heard. From what I've heard. I don't know. Alright, my beautiful, happy, shiny, magical peaches. Thank you so much for everybody for hanging out today. Thank you for the support. Thank you to the lurkers, the chatters. Thank you to the mods for protecting the chat and just being amazing, giving out the peaches, doing everything that you guys do. All of you, thank you so much. Hydrate, thank you, Nathan. I need all the hydration. All the hydration. For everybody who's new here, like I said, I stream Final Fantasy XIV every Friday, so feel free to come by. Every Tuesday, we stream Guild Wars 2, if you're interested in that MMO. Every Wednesday and Thursday, currently, we are streaming Persona 5 Royal, my very first Persona game ever, and I'm absolutely loving it. And then Saturday is always our variety day. Last Saturday, we played Genshin Impact. Loved it. Really want to play more of that. And Hades tomorrow. Yes. We'll find it, Talus. We'll find the thirst. Whatever there is to thirst about in, like, the beginning of the game. You're welcome, James. Thank you for joining me in game. Alright, my beautiful peaches. I'm going to send you guys over to Bog. He is celebrating his 5th Twitch partner anniversary. So, we are going to go over and spam the chat with love. Love, puppies, hearts, congratulations, all of that stuff. I want to see a party in Bog's chat. Yes, Bog Peach high fives if you have them. Our one sister emote with another channel is with Bog's channel. The Bog Peach high five. It's a party! Go, like I said, whatever party emotes you have, send a party over